Hey, I'm Megan Fox, by the way, if you're new here because you watch Nick, and the only reason why you're here is because Nick's here. And I get it. I understand. But I'm Megan Fox. I write with pjmedia.com, which is conservative news. I've been working there for about 10 years now. I'm an investigative journalist, a broadcaster, an author, and a medium smart journalist, as Nick's chat has pointed out on multiple occasions, which I will take. I will take it all day long.
She's of middling quality.
And joining me is Nick Rekieta. If you are not familiar with him, he's an attorney with a small law firm.
It's not the Megan Fox that they were looking for, but it is the Megan Fox that they're happy they found. Jury attorney was Jose Baez.
Jose Baez. Yes.
Yeah, that dude. When he, I watched a little bit of that trial with the doctor who was accused of basically euthanizing his. It's not like it was murder. At least the way Baez spun it, it was very compassionate, and it was rooted in the ending of suffering. And I mean, he sold it. His performance in that case was amazing, and he told a story, and his visuals unfolded parts of the story like turning pages of a book. It's like, this dude knows exactly what he's doing. This guy belongs in front of juries. And if you were charged with one of the worst crimes that you could imagine, looking at life in prison, I would be begging that guy, paying whatever retainer to do it.
I think that's very important.
Part of why he's good. He had the opening hook. Nobody told you what happened. I'm going to tell you what happened.
Yeah, right.
Then he puts up a PowerPoint. Here's what we're going to go through.
This investigation,
here's the story,
was extremely thorough. A sign here. And you'll be able to know.
This is a really good rhetorical technique. You're going to get a sprinkling of this. So he wants them looking for these things specifically. He's telling them I'm not going to just tell you straightforward. It's going to pop out here and here and here and here. Watch for it. Watch for this thing.
I want to hear about the snake autopsy some more. Oh, he's drawing now. He's writing things on a whiteboard.
Burdick didn't tell you is the FBI lab analyst was telling everyone, and she'll probably come and tell you too, that she can't say for certain that hair came from a dead body. In fact, she sent out a request asking to find more hairs, and they did.
More hair.
We hired Dr. Henry Lee, one of the world's greatest forensic scientists, to go in and
state of Florida couldn't do this, so we had to do it.
And he found 17 different hairs, 17 more hairs. And before you start wondering, what is Kaylee's hair doing in there in the trunk of the car? Well, Casey's hair, other people's hair was in the trunk of the car. We often
everybody's hair's in there. My hair's in there. Santis's hair.
None of them. Absolutely none of the other hairs. I think there was a total of 27 that ended up being inspected, had what they call the banding, the discoloration.
That guy's hair with the candy cane stripe tie in the background, all of his hairs were in there.
But I can't. I'd like for you to hear it straight from the dog's mouth, but that's not possible. That's not really possible. And the reason is that a dog should not be testifying in a trial.
Oh, please put the dog on the stand.
No, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
Because he's shitting on the other dog testimony that's going to come out.
This hair sample.
By saying, I can't do this because you can't possibly, that's unreasonable. But remember, the state has a dog testifying. Amazing.
Very interesting.
Pacino's scene. The entire time he's talking, I'm like, guys, he's just got people coming in here. He's doing everything about story just right. He's sprinkling in these details. The gas cans, I mean, are great. It's a common character that comes in through the whole story as this gas can. And then, he previews it. He's like, yeah, the duct tape that's on her, it's the same kind. How would you even know? I mean, who uses branded duct tape? Well, George does, right? George uses branded duct tape. Nobody else you've ever heard of uses duct tape that's got a brand on it. But this one does. This is a unique duct tape. Casey doesn't use this. You don't use this. The psychic dog doesn't use this, but George uses it. Guess what's on Kaylee's body? Guess what's on that gas can that he brought to the thing? Why did he know to bring a gas can? Look, if the guy was a detective and a cop, he knows to bring a gas can to an impound lot because that might be the reason the car was towed in the first place, is that it was just out of gas. and abandoned. So like, it's not weird that he was bringing a gas can to pick up this car. If he knows, like, if he's worked in the police force, he's probably seen 100 cars go to the impound lot that need gas before they can get to the next gas station. Who knows? Like, it's insane. But he just takes all these little details and puts them together. And he does point out some really ridiculous stuff about the case too. And it's interesting, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're going to bring in this forensic expert. Guess what he's invented? Let me tell you about this thing.
It's a sniffing machine.
It's a machine that sniffs.
I love the way that he describes these things. It really does make them sound ridiculous, you know?
Yeah.
It makes the police sound ridiculous about, she outsmarted the FBI and the Secret Service and every single top. I mean, he made them look and seem like the Keystone Cops.
Yeah. Yeah, he makes them look terrible. He's like, oh, she's so dumb she buries her kid on the corner. And then she outsmarts everybody else. Like, two things happen there. One, everybody's incompetent and stupid, like to an unreasonable degree. Or two, she is actually really smart. And that's horrifying. Like, that's kind of like a double-edged sword. But they go, like, your brain doesn't go to the second option, because how could she outsmart all of these people? Like, one, look at her. She's just a normal human. There's nothing remarkable about her.
I actually think she could have.